What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, then welcome to my channel. My name's Jackson Desjardins, and I'm here to help you build your absolute super maxed out self. Whether that's physically through trying to lose weight or put on some muscle, or mentally through overcoming some of your limiting beliefs and opening up your mind to exactly what is possible. So guys, as most of you know, I like to read or listen to a lot of books. I love consuming personal development content, psychology content, anything that can make me a better person and can make me a more fulfilled human being. I absolutely love it. It's kind of like a game to me. I love the idea of just like maxing out my best version of myself, and that's why personal development, in my opinion, is so dope. So I get comments all the time about people asking me what books have changed my life the most, or like what's the most influential book. So I wanted to just give you guys my honest 4 books that have absolutely changed my life for the better, and if I didn't read them, I'm talking like I wouldn't be where I am, because it opened my mind in so many ways. And I'm gonna break it down into my key takeaways from each book. So starting with number 1, we've got Atomic Habits by James Clear. So this is like a really trendy book. A lot of people are reading it right now. It is an absolutely groundbreaking book about either breaking bad habits or starting new habits. And the entire concept of the book is small changes lead to huge results. So I'm just gonna share with you guys some of my key takeaways. So number 1, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your system. So let's apply it for a second. Let's back up to when I was like, I don't know, 200 pounds in high school, before I put on most of the weight. What happened is I had this goal of 190, and then my system was strict dieting and hardcore training programs, and if I wasn't 100% on both of those things, I was like, screw it. That was my system. So I had this all or nothing mindset, and that system eventually put on 100 pounds on my frame. So I went from like a cool like 180 to like extremely overweight, like almost 300 pounds. All because my system was wrong. So I had to reevaluate my system once I was actually able to lose the weight, and I was like, wow, this is what I've been doing wrong this entire time. I wish I could have figured this out earlier. The goals were there. The system did not support me achieving that goal. So he makes the point, perhaps we should be more focused on our system to get the goal instead of focused on this goal-oriented mindset. Takeaway number 2 is to change your habits, you have to change your identity. So for example, in fitness, I'm gonna use this same example. If you're losing weight, it's not I have to go to the gym because I have to lose weight. It's I go to the gym because that's what fit people do, and I consider myself a fit person. So in other words, let's say you're killing it, losing weight, blah, 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 blah. You're getting it done, but your identity hasn't shifted to be a fit person. You might have reached your goal weight, but if your identity is still the fat guy and not the fit guy, you are going to put the weight back on. This was massive, guys. That's why I started buying all this new clothing, and it's all because it's this concept of, wow, I could wear what I want. I had to fit the mold of this fit guy. And just like James Clear says in Atomic Habits, every decision you make is a vote toward the person that you are becoming. So you just gotta count the votes in the end. And I love his concept in this book of like, it's not I have to go to the gym, it's I get to go to the gym. I have arms and legs that are strong and they can accomplish these things, and I get to do it. I don't have to go. It's not a task, it's not a chore, it's something that I get to do. So when you look at going to the gym and exercising or anything along the lines of I get to, not I have to, that mindset shift alone is absolutely massive. All right, guys, book number 2 is going to be The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Now, this book was recommended to me by a subscriber and friend, Pete Jarvis. But what this book does is it uncovers the how as to how the most successful people are so successful, and the answer is a lot more obvious than you'd think. So let's dive into the main key takeaways. First takeaway is it is the mundane, unsexy, repetitive tasks over and over and over and over that make the greats great. So in other words, everybody's trying to find this quick fix, and everybody's trying to find this secret hidden way that all the successful people are successful. You want to be amazing at playing guitar or something? You've got to practice the scales over and over and practice the chord progressions over and over. It's not buying the best guitar, buying the best equipment. It's just practicing over and over and over. So an actionable step from this takeaway is just stop looking for the quick fix and just focus on what you can do consistently. If you're trying to lose weight, it's not about going on the most restricting keto, no carb diet and doing tons of HIIT, high intense interval training all the time. No, it's just about you've got to eat less than you're burning every day and just do it consistently. My next takeaway is little daily actions are easy to do, but they're really easy not to do as well. So the main thing to remember here is that it's so easy to just not do certain things. It's so easy to not go to the gym, and you won't be like thinking about it later. You're just gonna be like, oh, I didn't do it. But if you go, then you've just elevated your entire day because you're like, wow, I'm so glad that I went. And I think that the trap that we all get caught up in a lot is wow, like this is so easy, I can just do it tomorrow, I can do it whenever, and then we delegate it to our future self, right? And then it just never gets done. So those little actions seem insignificant, but they will add up over time. All the times that I'm sitting here editing YouTube videos and filming for you guys, it's like, it seems like if I don't do it, well, what's the worst that can happen? You know, my life isn't gonna be over if I don't do it. It's like, no, but since I am so consistent with it, and since I just keep on coming after it, I believe that one day it will eventually pay off and we will all get to 1 million subscribers together. All right, now number 3. This is a good one. You guys know I love this one and you guys know him well. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. What a freaking book, guys. I listened to this entire audiobook in one day. I was literally meal prepping and doing a bunch of stuff that day and I could not stop listening to it. If this book provided me with anything, it provided me with this outlook of like, wow, if he can go and run like 3 ultra marathons and like do freaking thousands of pull-ups within 24 hours and all this crazy stuff, then I can surely do what I want to do with my life. My favorite concept, and guys, I'm not even freaking kidding you, I use this every single day, especially when I'm in the gym, okay? When your mind is telling you it's time to quit, you're only 40% done. You have 60% left of reserves in there, but your mind is like, stop doing this. Have you ever been doing lunges or leg press and you're just like, I can't do it anymore? It's like, well, no, you probably could, you just don't want to. You're not really going to failure per se, it just sucks and it hurts, right? And once you understand that and you're able to step back and point at your brain and be like, I see what you're trying to tell me. Like, I see what you're trying to do. Once you're able to have that skill and know, wow, I've got more in the tank, your potential is literally unlimited. Try to point at the thoughts that are telling you that you can't do it, because there's so many limiting beliefs we have in our mind, and especially when it comes to like exercise and stuff like that, use this principle. When you're ready to quit, you're only 40% done. That will serve you more than just about anything else. Because as David Goggins says, we're either getting better or we're getting worse. You are either growing or you are dying. And the choice is yours. All right, guys, now for my last book is going to be one that a lot of men do not talk about, and that is Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. So Brene Brown is this like absolute genius psychologist, and she is this fantastic woman who has so much wisdom to offer the world. And while women love her predominantly, she has so much to offer men if they only open up their mind of saying, oh, well, I'm an alpha male, I can't listen to that stuff. It's like, that makes me sick, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. So my first takeaway is she says, shame is triggered by our perception of what other people think of us. So we all have this like idea in our mind that everybody's judging us all the time. Everybody's like taking binoculars and just freaking zooming in on us. Like, we all have this idea that people are doing that. So many people I know won't start YouTube channels because they're like afraid of the judgment. And it's like, dude, people have their own mental health problems and their own family struggles and their own relationship problems that they're dealing with. Do you really think that they give even the slightest amount of grace to what you are doing? Probably not. And if they are making mean comments, then they're just jealous, because like I say, if you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. Brene Brown makes the point that most people think that being vulnerable is a weakness. But let's go ahead and define being vulnerable. I think being vulnerable is being emotionally available and actually like zoning in and allowing yourself to get emotionally naked to someone. It's just like getting in a new relationship. A lot of guys are like, I've been hurt so many times that I'm not gonna trust any girl, and then they just turn into boys and then they just do their thing that way. That's because they are weak, okay? Those kinds of gentlemen are weak because they are generalizing. Every relationship that they ever have again is going to end just like the first one. They're gonna get cheated on. This is gonna happen. Look, guys, being vulnerable is not a weakness. It is a strength, and it's a strength that most people don't have because it's scary. It's scary to get emotionally naked for somebody and allow them into your life and say, here I am, I'm opening up to you. This is the true me, open book, let's do this. It's hard because what if they take a dump on your face, right? All these what ifs are what stop people from being vulnerable and achieving the amount of fulfillment and connection with other human beings that are going to allow them to have a good life. Being vulnerable is a strength. I believe alpha males cry. I believe alpha males are the most emotional men on the face of the planet, because I think that they're leaders. I think that they are based in confidence and not arrogance. Whereas confidence, I'm so confident in myself that I want to see you succeed. Whereas an arrogant person is like, oh, well, I'm not very confident in myself, so I have to make it seem like I'm so confident. So I have to put on a show and I have to dance and I have to put on this mask to make it look like I am this confident figure of ultimate alpha dominance bullshit. I mean, guys, I'm talking to you, and if you're resonating with me, give me a flex in the comments down below, because gentlemen, you need to hear this and you need to practice what I'm preaching. Gentlemen, alpha males are vulnerable. F what you heard. So look, this video right here like has the potential to really help like a lot of you guys, and I hope that you do take the time. I've got links in the description down below for the books on Amazon if you want to go ahead and buy the books. I've got a Kindle over there that I've been reading on lately, but I know a lot of people like to actually hold a physical book. I'm just not one of them. As always, if you're new here and you are not subscribed already, then be sure to subscribe down below. Click the bell so you can be notified every time one of my videos go live. Give me a follow over on Instagram if you want some more of this content and you want to connect with me more personally, because I'd love to get to know you guys, and I think that we can build a hell of a friendship. And on that note, I'm gonna leave you like I leave you every single video. Let's keep getting better together. Let's keep on grinding. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.